right into, are you afraid to be thin? Okay, the real heart of weight loss. The emotions that many of us have, we're trying to kill it with the food. I think the biggest one is disappointment. We think life is going to be a certain way, and when it's not that way, we sit there and go, are you kidding me? That's not what I thought it was going to be like. Give me Domino's on the phone right now. Give me that pizza. Kill the emotions. Kill it. One of the things, too, is if we're afraid to be angry with people, so we can't be honest, we can't deal with these emotions, we eat. Disappointment, anger. Chronic disappointment can be overwhelming. Overwhelming. When you think, wait, I try so hard, I work so hard, it's not working out the way I thought. Oh my gosh, why bother? I don't want to face my weight, it's just something else I got to deal with. Life sucks. Give me something good to eat. When you think that way, the food betrays you. It doesn't make you better. It doesn't make you feel better. Here's what this guy says to do, guy. And I know a lot of you don't like to do this, but I'm telling you, it's so cathartic. You write down every disappointment you ever had in your life, and you sit there and you look at it, cry if you have to, sob like a baby. The other day someone said, who are you talking to at work? I go, oh, my best friend. They're looking around, I go, myself. I'm always talking to myself lately. I'm like having these little conversations, and I think I'm really talking to God in a lot of ways. I'm like, well, what do you think about this? I'm thinking, am I going crazy? Am I losing my mind? Here's what it is. I'm trying to get in touch with how I feel about life, because I always thought it would go one way, and it's going another way. And sometimes I'm so getting in touch with it, I end up talking right out loud. And that's okay, I guess. But I think it's a little safer when you're at work to write things down when you're at home. Because then they don't think you're crazy. But write them down. See what you're disappointed about. Did you not find Prince Charming? Is your husband, wife a jerk? Do you not have a boyfriend? Is your mother mean? Do you not have any money? Are the debt collectors calling? Write it all down. Look at it, cry. Just don't eat over it. Eating over it does not help, because weight burdens us even more. And then it talks about this. You feel bad about yourself, you feel bad about yourself, you eat, then you finally get disgusted, and then you lose weight. Then you gain it all back. And then you get disgusted again, and then you lose weight. We talked about solution-based therapy a few weeks ago. We need to let it go. We need to say, okay, I've been disappointed. How am I going to lose weight? What am I going to do? You got to have a plan. So many people come here every week. They don't have a plan. They have nothing. They don't have a shopping plan. They don't have a weight loss goal. They come because they're afraid I'm going to track them down. They're afraid I'm going to go to their house and go, hello, let's get your butt back there. I don't want to show a hands, but there's people who come because they're afraid I might kill them, and I might. But I want you to come because you really feel that you're destined to lose weight. And I started this because you're going to talk about it in small groups. Do you want to lose weight enough to do what's hard? Do you want to make meaningful changes? I'm not going to read them all, but if you can't answer yes to some of these questions, I don't know if you really want to lose weight. Maybe you're afraid to be thin. And you know what? It's interesting. At 56 years old, I'm not afraid to be thin anymore. You know why? Because I'm old. I really think when I was younger, I was afraid to be thin because of the attention. I didn't like men looking at me. And I think there might be many people in the group who feel that way, who might feel like, I don't want to be like sexy or have people look at me in that way. So you hide behind this. At 56, I got a nice husband. If some young guy wants to look at me, I go, bring it on, come on. They go, good look, honey, yeah. But it took me this long to not be afraid, Now, some people also might be afraid of being thin because they think everything's a panacea. When I'm thin, I'm going to be the president of my company. And when I'm thin, I'm going to have a lot of money. And when I'm thin, I'll have a beautiful wardrobe and great clothes. They have this whole thing like, when I'm thin, everything will be perfect. And then as they start to lose weight, they think, wait a minute, I still have the same crappy job, and I still live in the same crappy house, and I have the same crappy husband and wife. Change is not just weight loss, but it's how we look at the world. If your job's crappy, get another one. If your house is crappy, get a gallon of paint. If your husband's crappy, go to counseling. I really think this whole solution-based therapy, we can wallow in the mire or the muck, or we can take a good look at what we're afraid of. Fear, a lot of people are afraid to give up food because they're so used to it. It's their entertainment, it's what they do. They read a book, they eat, they're afraid. What will I do if I don't eat? I say this, why don't you try it for a couple weeks? See how it goes. Experiment with taking a break. Have a little unFacebook your friend. You know how they say, I found out my son broke up with his girlfriend because I saw it on Facebook. I love Facebook. You see everything on there. I'm like, wow, they broke up? Break up with food on Facebook. I'm going to go home and break up with food. I say, Ellen is no longer in a relationship with food. Put it right on Facebook. Okay, really read this inner work. What is the inner work going to be? I think every week we come here, every week I talk about some sort of inner work, because you know what? It's not about the food. It never was. It never will be. It's about us. It's about our heads. It's about why we can't go do an all-you-can-eat brunch and just have a little bit. Do we honestly think there won't be another all-you-can-eat brunch the next day or the next week? Why can't you just have a little bit? Because we're afraid. Afraid of what? Afraid we won't get all the... How about an open bar at a wedding? Isn't that... Well, open bar! Oh my gosh, give me 20 drinks right now. It's open bar. Is there ever going to be another open bar at a wedding? I think there might be. Would you ever consider this? Go into a wedding with an open bar and not having one drink? Wait, I shuddered just for a second there. I can't even imagine it, but imagine it for a second. You can do that. Why? Experiment. Have a little fun with it. Today at the cake, I looked at it. I experimented. Do I want the cake? I didn't have any. Felt good about it. Experiment with saying no. And also do that fat timeline. Take a look at when you started gaining weight. You might find something interesting. I found some very interesting things about when in 1999, when I went to Weight Watchers and I got down to 245 from 371, I said, I will never be in the 300s again. And then I did. I got back up to 338, and I did a timeline. I sat there and listed all the reasons, all the things that were happening that got me back up there. Are they excuses? You better believe it. But one of the things I didn't have was this relationship with God that I'm trying to have now. Look at the excuses, look at your fear, and then say why you want to be fat, okay? I'm going to start. I want to be fat because... Can someone help me out here? Does anyone have a good answer to that?
It gives you control.
Control. Interesting. It's funny, Joanne. We thought it was control, but you know what? When I didn't have the cake today, I felt more control than every time I shoved that cake in my mouth. It was a different kind of control, and you know what? I liked it.
We learned that.
Isn't there a song like, I didn't eat the cake, and I liked it? I know there's a song in there somewhere.
The song is I kissed the pizza.
I didn't eat the pizza. I know. I didn't eat the pizza. I liked it. Anyone else? Who can think?
That's how people know me.
That's how people know me. Interesting. And then how will they know you if you're not fat? Will they walk right by you and go, oh, I didn't even see you?
That's what I think.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe we think that's, and I know there's people who are looking at anyone who's lost weight saying, well, I don't know her right now, but she'll be fat again. Then I'll know her again. She'll get there. They're waiting with bated breath. Every time I want to eat that whole bag of chips, I'm like, no, I can't balloon up. I can't. Okay, think about why you want to be fat, and we'll talk about it. This is an excellent article here on fitting and fitness, waking up early, all this stuff. I only do it because so many of you say, fitness, what the heck is that? Here's a few ideas. Also, I wanted to play a song today. Oh, spinach quiche. There's such a thing called egg beaters, you guys, and it's great. You can have egg beaters omelets. You can have scrambled egg beaters. You can throw in every vegetable under the sun. And guess how long it takes to make an egg beaters omelet? 5-6 minutes.
Not even.
Not even. How long does it take to get in the car, drive, and get a pizza? How long does it take to call the delivery guy? Can you come to 41 blah, blah, blah and deliver a couple pizzas? You can have an egg beater's omelet by the time that gets there, and if you buy it in the store, it's cheaper. Do whatever you want with that. Now, the other day, a friend of mine who lost her mother, who was my very best high school friend, Karen, she says, Ellen, I want to send you this song. I think your group would like it. She didn't come right out and say it, but I know that's what she meant. Because I find I can't even exaggerate. I don't even have as much Irish blarney as I did in the past because I think I'm trying so hard to be a better person. But I'm sure she thought it because she knows I do songs. The song is kind of a new one. It's called Hero. And I think so often, I'm good, Bob. I think so often that we look for